you could imagine a lead curtain falling down around you. You want to hide. You don't want to look at anybody. You don't want to talk to anybody.
For Terry Whitson, clinical depressions have been the enemy now for a decade.
It's not the fact that you even want to die, and you just don't want to be.
This latest bout began more than 4 years ago.
I was hospitalized. I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. I didn't talk. All I did was cry. This is what I'm on.
Since then, Terry has tried psychotherapy and drugs, a lot of them.
This is the Paxil. That's Elavil to help me sleep.
And this?
That's the lithium.
And this?
The Xanax that I take when I feel really, really agitated.
And you were taking all of these simultaneously?
Mm-hmm. I love you.
Love you too.
Her family is close, supportive, concerned, and totally unable to help her.
What's this been like for you, Justin?
Hard.
Terry's son, Justin.
And it just hurts so bad inside, you just can't get over it. To see your mom cry, and you can't do nothing about it, it just really kills you.
There's nothing that they can do to make it any better. It's not anybody's fault. It's just there.
With nowhere else to turn, Terry has now decided to undergo electroconvulsive therapy, ECT for short, what we all used to just call shock treatments. ECT is making something of a comeback these days, which is no mean feat given its old image.
Here we go.
The 1975 blockbuster One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest showed shock treatment as a painful, barbaric procedure, which is how most people still picture it.
What's different about ECT now and that shock treatment that everybody remembers from the movie?
Well, it's such a different treatment now that there's almost no comparison. It's done with completely modern anesthesia techniques.
Dr. Charles Kellner runs the ECT program at the Medical University of South Carolina.
It really is a very, very different treatment.
Hi, I have an appointment to have an ECT with Dr. Kellner this morning.
You can go ahead and lay back.
I want to feel like a person again, and I want to be happy, and I want to laugh.
Okay, we're preparing the sites for the electrodes for the delivery of the stimulus. I'm just going to put this pad over here, okay? Now, these are the EEG monitoring leads to measure the brain waves during the seizure. Tell us when you feel sleepy.
I'm feeling dizzy.
Okay. Have a good snooze, all right?
Okay.
Terry? Okay. Next, she's going to get the muscle relaxing drug.
The first treatment typically is a test run
Okay, Mark.
Okay, treating.
to see how much electricity it takes to create a seizure.
Anything on EEG?
No.
Okay. Having the seizure is the therapeutic part of the ECT treatment. Okay. Still didn't get it? It's probably about a fifth the amount of electricity that was used in the old days.
Okay, go ahead.
Got it. Okay. Now she's having a seizure.
Most people would be surprised at this.
Right. There's really very little to it. She'll probably have a headache and may feel a little bit nauseated for a while.
Half an hour after her seizure, Terry is in recovery.
It's okay. It's okay.
She's still depressed and in tears, but doctors say the outlook is good.
Your treatment went really well. I want you to know that, okay?
Be better tomorrow.
Yeah. The first one is always the toughest one, okay? ECT is a very effective treatment. It works in at least 80% of patients, so she has a very good chance of getting well.
Go ahead and step up here and...
The very next day, Terry is back.
I'm going to do the same stuff that we did yesterday, okay? Most people probably get better with 8 or so treatments.
Sounds like a miracle cure.
It's fully asleep now.
But ECT carries with it one big risk. Loss of memory.
Patients look good.
Something supporters don't much like to talk about.
What happens typically is that their memory for the few weeks around the time of the treatment is fuzzy. And that's basically it for most patients. Do you recognize me?
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm Dr. Kellner.
Hello.
It will be several days before Terry really knows what these ECT treatments have done for her depression. The next question will be, what have they done to her memory?
They do not tell people the possibility of true, deep, long-term, forever, as far as I'm concerned, memory loss.
Doctors do say 1 out of 200 ECT patients has a serious loss of memory.
Your memory is yourself. This is the first book I wrote.
Selma Lanes was a successful New York book editor.
I don't remember that person.
3 years ago, depressed and suicidal, she had 23 ECT treatments.
I went back to work, and it was an appalling experience. I had no idea where the ladies' room was. I did not know half the people on my staff. I didn't know any of the projects I was on. It was terrifying.
Now, all that remains of her high-powered job is packed away in boxes.
There's nothing wrong with my mind. You know, I'm very pleased, knock on wood, but that still seems to be there. It's my memory that's gone.
You're not better off today than you were before?
Yes, but I'm better off. The ECT gets you out of a depression, yes, at an incalculable cost. I would go out a window before I would have ECT again.
Terry Whitson understands all the risks.
I'll be happy, and then the people around me will be able to be happy. And to me, that's a lot more important than if I remember today or not.
Terry's had 5 treatments now, and already she's showing results.
Terry seems to be responding right on schedule.
What about her memory?
She will have that minor amount of memory loss that we talked about, as almost everyone does with ECT.
Surrounding the treatments themselves.
Right, and the few weeks around the whole course of the treatment, but probably not much more than that.
ECT, like drugs, works by somehow changing brain chemistry, and its benefits, too, often don't last. But try telling that to Terry Whitson.
You know, I wake up and things aren't the same.
How would you have felt walking down this road on a day like today 10 days ago?
I wouldn't have been walking down the road. I'd have stayed at home. I wake up in the morning, you have that spring feel about yourself, like something else is going to grow, something else is going to happen new.
That's like a feeling of rebirth.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you feel?
Mm-hmm.
That's terrific.
I know. It's